Hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Late night at the moment in Vancouver. I've spent the last couple of hours looking at very boring documents for work, but I decided now it's time for a break, and what better break to have but a Scotch single malt break. We've got something this week that used to be an old favourite of mine, is the Oban 14-year-old Scotch single malt. I used to buy quite a bit of this from supermarkets in the UK, and it was for sale for, back in the day, probably just shy of £40. And it was available in the mid to upper price hotels and bars. It's part of the Diageo. It's the West Highland malt from the Diageo Classic Malts series. So it was available for probably under £40 in the bigger supermarkets, the bigger Sainsbury's supermarkets, and I used to buy it on a reasonably regular basis. But recently they've started to make it more upmarket. The price has shot up. It is for sale at the supermarkets. I think have stopped selling it. Amazon still sells it in the UK for £45. Master and Malt has it for 47 or 48. So the price has gone up in the last couple of years. It's still attractively packaged with this wonderful etching, those seagulls that look like they're about to steal your ice cream out of your hand. It is bottled at 43%, and I think it is quite comprehensively chill filtered and artificially coloured. Lovely marmalade-y colour there. I was fortunate in that I managed to get this at duty free for £32 at London Heathrow in December last year. So I did quite well with this. In Canada, in BC, it sells for 117 Canadian dollars plus tax. So, yeah, it's pretty expensive for something that's bottled at a low strength and chill filtered. So it sells at a real premium in this part of Canada. Would I buy it from the shelves here? Let's see what we've got. So bottled 43%, chill filtered and artificially coloured, Highland Scotch single malt from Oban. Now, I poured a glass earlier because it benefits from being left out for a little while. Okay, so it's altogether quite a fruity nose. Baked apple, grilled pineapple and mango. Hint of fruit syrup. It does smell very fruity and inviting on the nose, like it's going to be a very thick tongue coater of a whisky. Hint of mandarin orange, and there is a light incense perfume, a light kind of smokiness to it that is a bit aromatic. It's kind of like the hibiki Japanese harmony with the Mizunara casks. So you get that light smoky perfume incense note to it. And honey as well, bags and bags of honey. After a while, a little cinnamon starts to appear on the nose, and a hint of aniseed and licorice as well. So on the palate then, big vanilla and honey, kind of fruit syrup without it being mouth coating, fades to a smoky verdant kind of note. And then the finish is very strongly mineral, and that's the only way really to describe it. Very mineral, like the mineral water you might get at a very hard water spring. More honey tobacco on the attack. Warming. Those atomic fireball sweets that you used to be able to get in the UK in the 80s. Not nearly as intense as that, but there's a hint of that cinnamon to it. The kind of red baking cinnamon that you get in North America, not the stick of cinnamon. Altogether, very, very pleasant. The issue I have is with the price and the direction that is going. I don't think this is a $100 single malt. I don't think it's a £50 single malt. I think it's a £35, £40 single malt. It's a shame that the price is going up and the quality is staying the same. It could really do with being bottled at 46% and being unchill filtered. The colour doesn't bother me, but I'd like to see an increase in the or an improvement in the presentation. Sadly, independent bottlings are extremely hard to find of Oban. In fact, there are almost none, and that's a bit of a shame because I'd like to see maybe like an 8-year-old cask strength Oban. That would be a very interesting thing to try, and I would pay more for an 8-year-old cask strength than I do for the 14-year-old at 43%. So I'm enjoying the bottle. It's good to get reacquainted with it. I can't say that I would buy it at $116. I don't think it's worth that much, but it's a pleasant, enjoyable, easy to drink malt. Just a shame that the mouthfeel is just a little watery because of the low ABV and the chill filtration. So that has been the Oban 14. I've been Rob, as always. Thank you very much indeed for joining me, and we'll meet again soon. Cheers everyone. Bye.